Alright folks, how we doing? It is time for another Phantasmal Flame themed video, but this time we're doing something a little bit different. Here we have Mega Battle Decks, featuring Mega Diancie EX and Mega Gengar EX. Now if you remember a couple months ago, during my Destined Rivals moment, we did two of these same things. We had the Rival Battle Decks, featuring Steven Stone and Marnie. These are essentially the same thing, except instead of being rivals, because it's not Destined Rivals, they are Mega Decks, because we are in Mega Evolution, the block. These are Phantasmal Flame cards, and what we're going to do is we're going to open these up, kind of go over some of the cards that are inside of these boxes, and see if we get anything new. Chances are no, because I have done some Phantasmal Flame openings to this point, which hopefully you have watched. I don't know what order I'm going to record these things in, but I do know that the Megas are new, which is cool. So let's kind of go over some of these things, starting with the first box, which is the Diancie box. When you buy your Mega Battle deck, you do get a set of damage counters. Some people use dice as their damage counter, which I understand, but these are also cool if you do not happen to have a bunch of dice. You do get a cool little Diancie themed deck box, which has the majority of the cards in it, so I'll open those up and show you. We also get a Diancie themed, Mega Diancie, excuse me, themed battle mat with kind of showing you guides on how to play. Again, I don't remember how in-depth I went in Marnie and Steven, so I'm just going to dive back in a little bit here. So we have spots for your bench, we have spots for your active, your deck and your discard pile, and then your prize cards to determine how you are scoring and if you are winning. Fold that back up. I don't think I did that right. Oh, hey, I did it right. Haha. I'll just set that over here. Grab the internal plastic. We have one standard regulation Pokemon Battle Coin that I just dropped. It featured Diancie's head on it. Thank you. And it's pink, so there's that. Now, in the front of the box, you saw some cards. Here we have 2 copies of Mega Diancie EX, which is pack pullable. Here you can see that it is focusing. Phantasmal Flame card 41. Come on, buddy, work with me. Maybe. There we go. Phantasmal Flame 41. So this is a card that you can just get if you pull enough packs. This, however, is not. We have an illustration rare Meloetta card that is actually Black Star. Where is my camera focusing? There we go. Black Star number 26. So you can only get this copy of Meloetta in the deck, but you can get Meloetta, a standard one, just by pulling packs. Now, does Mega Diancie do anything cool? Diamond Coat. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. That's cool. Garland Ray. Discard up to 2 cards from this Pokemon, and this attack does 100 damage. Okay. So basically it does like 240 damage if you have it, if you put enough energy on it. Kind of cool. So let's see what was in our Diancie deck. Of course, it does say everything on the back of the box. I did not look at the back of the box, and so we're just going to kind of go reading some stuff. Starting with Psychic Energy, Psychic Energy, Psychic Energy. Are all the Psychic Energies in a row? Nope, it was just like that. I'm just made to look stupid. Ultra Ball, Alchemy, a Boss's Orders Getsis from Mega Evolution, Night Stretcher from Shrouded Fable, Energy, Spoink from Mega Evolution, Lily's Determination from Mega Evolution, Nest Ball, Wondrous Patch, Basic Energy, Wally's Compassion, Grumpig, Basic Energy, Wondrous Patch, Mystery Garden. This is another Mega Evolution card. So a good mix of Mega Evolution and Scarlet and Violet era I can say Scarlet and Violet cards, but Scarlet and Violet era cards. Another Lily. We have a Mimikyu from Phantasmal Flame. Psychic Energy, Switch, Nilsuri, Arven from Obsidian Flame. Nest Ball from Paldean Fates. Basic Energy. Professor's Research Juniper from the Black Bolt series. Pretty cool. Spoink, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Wondrous Patch, Air Balloon, Ino. We love a good Ino. Meloetta, Psychic Energy, Lily, Grumpig, Psychic Energy, Switch, Zacian, Basic Energy, oops, staying on pile, boys, Ultra Ball, Alchemy, Night Stretcher, Basic Energy, Air Balloon, Boss's Orders, Basic Energy, Cresselia, Lily, Arven, Mimikyu, Nest Ball, Mystery Garden, I can't read upside down, Milcery, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Wondrous Patch, Basic Energy, and that's it. So a pretty cool mix of cards from different sets. I could see how this would be a good deck just by looking at some of the cards. And yeah, focusing around Mega Diancie and Meloetta. As well as I would assume Zacian and Grumpig as late game sweepers or good supports. So that's that deck. Pretty cool, right? But, like I said, we have two decks. So we're going to look at the other deck and see which one, just from jump, I like better. I assume they're going to have a lot of similar cards. So do keep that in mind as I read stuff off. If you want me to, like, talk about meta stuff or what I think about how cards work, or just hearing my thoughts on the general TCG, leave a comment below. I remember a customer, what are you guys called? Subscribers? Subscribers. Viewers, even. Left a comment about that before. So I might start doing that, just talking about meta relevancy and, like, competitive TCG. That's kind of why this channel was started in the first place, but I don't do enough of that, because what is consistency? So again, we have our lovely little dice counters, damage counters instead of dice. I don't practice or script these. I don't edit my videos. What do I look like? Some kind of professional? Here we have about the same thing, but this time with Mega Gengar. So cool little desk mat. I do like the kind of effect on the bottom to make it look like the shadows are bursting out. That's cool. I'll put that there. I'll clean up my mess. Here we have our Gengar themed deck box, which is pretty cool. We of course have our Mega Gengar coin. Kind of a cool look at Mega Gengar from the front. Why he gets a third eye, I'll never know. Maybe we're not supposed to know. Here we have our Mega Gengar card. Actually, I'll put that over here because that's where it originally went. Hello again, Diancie deck box. Hey, you're still kind of in the frame. That's fine. Here we have our Mega Gengar EX. Again, much like Meloetta, this is available in any pack, as it is Phantasmal Flame number 56. Pretty cool. If one of your Darkness Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, that player takes one fewer prize cards. That's kind of cool. So this Gengar is definitely more of a support Pokemon than a damaging Pokemon. But it can do damage. Void Gale will do 230 damage. Move an energy from this Pokemon to someone on your bench. So that's kind of cool. Where'd the other Gengar go? Oh, there it is. Lost track of my Gengars. And again, like Meloetta, we do have an illustration rare Haunter card, which is a Black Star promo. This is Black Star 27. Maybe I misread Meloetta. I don't know. I don't have... Well, I do have amazing eyesight. But definitely not when I'm recording. Okay, Meloetta is 26. Haunter is 27. Good to know. Alright, now let's see what's in the deck proper. At least this way I got Diancie and Gengar in my collection, so this is a good way to Beef out your collection if you're worried about random drawing for EXs. Again, I don't know the hit rates. I swear I'll know probably by the time I do my booster box. Keep an eye out for that. Darkness Energy, Ghastly. I'm guessing Grimsley's going to be in this deck. Darkness Energy, Risky Ruins from Mega Evolution. Toxtricity. Excuse me. Rare Candy, Nest Ball, Ino, Toxel, Punk Helmet, good for a dark deck. Lily's Determination, Basic Energy, Arven, Lily, Ultra Ball, Darkness, Imprison in Me. Seviper from Paldean Fates, Phantasmal Flames. Phantasmal Flames, I can read that. That's a new card, that's kind of cool. Boss's Orders, Ghastly, Darkness Energy, Sableye, Switch, Night Stretcher, Nest Ball, Darkness, Toxel, Mega Signal, good card, Lily's Determination, there's Grimsley, Darkness Energy, Dawn, Eternatus from Phantasmal Flames. Don't think I've seen that Pokemon before. Well, in this set. I've definitely seen Eternatus cards before, and I've played Sword and Shield. I know what an Eternatus is. Not that anybody was claiming I didn't. I just felt the need to defend myself unnecessarily. Buddy Buddy Poffin, Darkness Energy, Boss's Orders, Haunter. This is the standard printing of Haunter that you can get in Phantasmal Flames. Switch, Night Stretcher, Darkness, Ghastly, Arven, Risky Ruins, Toxtricity, Basic Energy. There was a Seviper card. I think I just threw it on the floor somehow. Nope, found it. Haha. What does it even do? Excited Power. If any Darkness Mega Evolution Pokemon EX in play, attacks used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so again, Gengar is definitely a supporter Pokemon in this deck, based on the fact that its ability works as a defensive tool, and if it pairs up with Seviper, Seviper can do 240 damage, which is actually pretty good. We have Pokegear 3.0, Lily's Determination, Punk Helmet again, Sableye, Ultra Ball, Darkness, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Nest Ball, Rare Candy, Ghastly, and Darkness Energy. Okay, so I do get several new cards between both decks. Again, mostly from the Phantasmal Flames. A lot of the cards I definitely already have copies of. Again, if you've seen my channel, you kind of get an idea of what cards I have. These pre-constructed battle decks from Pokemon seem to have a lot of what are called staple cards, just decks that work well in any, or cards that work well in any deck, like Ultra Ball, Arven, Professor's Research, Boss's Orders, and then really good new cards from Mega Evolution, like Mega Signal and Lily. So, all in all, pretty cool cards. Again, nothing special because there's no packs in these decks, but what are cards but, well, what are cards but cards? And yeah, I guess that would wrap up this video. I don't really have much else to say. If I had to pick, I'd probably go with the Gengar deck. I didn't really look that closely at the Diancie deck, but even just seeing how Seviper and Grimsley work with Mega Gengar, that would probably be the deck I played if I played, well, when I play, excuse me. And yeah, you know, if you want to leave some comments, leave a comment. If you want to leave a like, leave a like. If you want to ring that bell, but subscribe first, because ringing the bell doesn't do anything without the subscription. I don't even know if you can ring the bell without subscribing. I think one does the other. Who knows? I was going to say I don't spend that much time on YouTube, but that's not true either. I spend too much time on YouTube. And here I am just kind of rambling as I tell you to watch another video on my channel. And as always, thanks for joining.